All right, greetings, friends and fam. It is I, Lord Wolfshield, and we are back for our annual Fedora Favorites CD release party. Woo! We're gonna be playing 21 of the incredible songs that are going to be featured on the CD, which is available for purchase right now. If you go into the description, you can find ways to super chat. I don't have a way to do it on YouTube, but if you super chat on Buy Me Coffee or whatever, I'll read your chat. And then you can buy the CD, which is only $1. I would, typically I like to make these CDs, which I've done. This is going to be the 6th year in a row now. I always I like to make these CDs and collect all the artists and hand them out at events for people for free, just so that, there's something kind of cool and tangible uh, about our movement that you can pop on and have a nice kind of white pilling experience. Um, so it's available for purchase for $1. I would, you know, that's literally just to cover the eBay fees. um, and we have also all the links to the artists are in the description as well. So, and the links to our co-hosts. We have three wonderful co-hosts joining us for this show today. We have Sally Hausfrau, who also did the incredible artwork for the cover this year.
Hi.
All right, and then we have Caitlin as well. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm excited. I was glad that you sent me all of the music beforehand. I got to listen to it because I was nervous, like, oh, what if I actually don't like any of it? But it was all good. So I'm excited.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing. Like I have very
Yeah.
high standards when I make these CDs. I always make sure that I fill all 120 minutes of the CD every single year. I've always made sure I fill exactly 120 minutes of all killer, no filler songs of people from our
Totally.
titles.
I have I think the first one I got was the one that had the AI, the
Oh
squeaky
no.
AI cover. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh boy, what
But
an embar
it was awesome
okay,
though. It
yeah,
was
what
quite
an
awesome.
embarrassment that one is. So
No,
I
it's
did it.
funny. It was
This is
funny.
from it's from 2023. That was sort of the year that these silly AI generated images, and they look bad, and it was sort of like a trend. And so I thought, hey, it's kind of a funny thing to do for 2023. Now I'm like total butt, like a total butlerian jihad now. Let's redact. Uh,
No, I thought it was quite no, it was appropriate to the time. So yeah, it was good.
I couldn't have seen what was coming. But no, there's no AI used for any of these songs being played. All human handcrafted music, and that's the way it's always gonna remain. But yeah, like even like I thought it was funny because like they even spelt like it's all spelt wrong and everything. I don't know, it's just a joke,
Oh,
but
that's the best part. Yeah, when they can't, yeah, they can't like get the letters right.
right, but this year I wanted to like really push the importance of human made art, and that's why I wanted to have Sally do an original piece for the cover. And she did a wonderful job. Thank you so much, Sally.
Well, it was my pleasure. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to participate. I can't play any instrument at all, so if I can do something that I can do, I'm happy to yeah, lend my little doodling skills.
Okay. Um okay, and then we have Allison with us as well. And Allison sort of rounds out the trio of hosts from Return to the Land. You guys you guys do sort of like a more art and culture kind of focused podcast over there, which I love. I love that you guys are bringing more attention to that, and I love that the just the cozy vibe that you guys bring. And I was so happy I was able to make it work out that all three of you were able to actually um, uh, join this one. So thank you, Allison, also for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And, we appreciate the work that you do to support artists in our movement as well.
Well, thank you. All right, and we have somebody joined us also, Hinky. Yeah, so there's only like a limited amount of spots. So there's 6 people on now. If there's like, I may or may not have to remove you, Hinky, but you can hang out for now.
Hey guys, yeah, just let me know whenever you want me to talk or whenever. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining. And we have. Oh boy,
Thank you very much.
I think you're gonna have to. Okay, we gotta mute that guy. A little bit of too much noise there. But anyway, swallowed by the thickets.
Hi, how's it going? Pleasure to be here.
Yes, one of my all-time favorite people. I love it that she's usually able to join each of these shows, and it's so great to have her with. She's such an incredibly talented woman, and she's got 3 songs on the CD tonight that we'll be playing. So, and 2 of which are neo-folk songs from her latest album. Yeah, we can talk about that later once we get there. I think we might as well just get started. Oh boy. Let's get started with the first song. I will get that up. Hold on 1 second. All right, and here we go.
guess your serve is out. You lurk in the haze of the marginal rise from behind the wheel. You're wheeling yourself on the desperate lane, and now you are locked on your side. Time burns you out inside. The eyes on the terrible secrets of soul. Is the wheel of life is becoming dull. Optimize when I let you know what is real. All the senses you know, but never feel. I'm the heart when I feel your vessel of love. You're losing yourself in fading glow, and now time is corrupt in your mind. All your love is gone, you dissolve in your time. Let the fire burn this down inside. Spell safe by taking the tears of my lies. And now I see the side of light. You passed by so many times. Let the fire burn this down inside. Spell safe by taking the tears of my lies. And now I see the side of light. You passed by so many times.
All right, and that was our first song. Very cool synth wave, kind of synth pop. I'm not exactly entirely sure how to describe it.
Kind of
Sound.
dark wavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, what did you guys, ladies of RTTL, what did you think of that first song there?
Shh, tais-toi.
Oh yeah, I thought that was perfect, like first song right when it starts. I'm like, that's why I turned my camera off, because I'm like, I know I'm gonna start. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got another one that is like literally impossible to not dance to that I'm going to be playing later as well.
It's very catchy. It's got a good vibe.
Such a
Right.
cool
Start.
vibe.
Yeah, this one actually, to me, it's like almost reminiscent of Chelsea Wolfe. I don't know if anyone's like heard of her. It's a very similar vibe. Yeah, like the ethereal female vocals and this like dense electronic sort of ominous ambiance. It's a very similar kind of vibe.
For sure.
Okay, so she may be able to join. It depends on if her internet connection is working right now. So we'll see. But okay, so we have Bleunwenn joining us. Thank you for joining.
Oh, thanks for having me. I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear that beautiful French accent just fine.
Thanks.
And we did get a super chat through Buy Me Coffee from Big Hair Tsunami, one of the greatest like benefactors of the arts in our community. He's always throwing money around to all the artists in our circles. He's a real legend. He's been around for, I I don't even know how long. Many years, going back to the whack days, the old heyday of whack. But he says, excited to hear the 2025 Fedora favorites along with your live stream guests. Well, thank you so much for joining, Big Hair. It's really great to know that you're in the chat and you're listening. Okay, so
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, and I appreciate
Has she
oh, she what?
I was wanting to find out, yeah, has this artist been on any of your other compilations before? Or is this her first time?
No, last year she was on 3 times. Kind of a between her own original songs and collaborations, you know, being featured on other songs. So she was yeah, but that was the first time I had heard of her was last year.
Nice. Yeah, it's
But
great.
but she's, you know, she's keeps pumping out these like really fantastic songs. Like she just released this new song, I think last week. Another really cool electronic dance kind of song. So if you haven't, definitely go and follow her links. I got the links in the bottom. I posted in the chat, but I do have them in the description as well. So let's see. It doesn't look like she's been able to join yet, but hopefully we're gonna play another song of hers later. Hopefully she'll be able to join. Okay, excuse me. All right, so we'll just go to the next song then. Okay.
The sun beat me down.
Okay. A haunting neofolk piece from our one and only Swallowed by the Thicket with us now.
That
And I
was
played your
awesome. I got
I
goosebumps. That was really good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
the first time I'm actually playing one of her neo folk songs.
That's
Uh,
true.
it was kind of funny because I played her a number of her songs before on previous streams, but she's like, "You haven't played any of my neo folk songs, and that's the ones I make the most of." um, but yes, incredibly talented, very diverse with her sound. She's got a lot of cool haunting styles that she does. Yeah, ladies, do you want to ask her anything about the song and whatnot?
Yeah, I'm like going to be curious for everyone's pieces, like, what went into making the lyrics, because I like stuff like that. That's kind of like a little bit dark, but it also seems hopeful at the same time. Like imagining yourself as the sad tree that is kind of like dying, but you still have the sun there. So I don't know. Yeah.
I can tell you a bit about what the song is about in more detail. I got out of a relationship last April of last year, and it was kind of like a song about rising up, essentially, literally and figuratively. And it's kind of a little bit of a story. I leave the valley because I lived in Naugatuck Valley of Connecticut, and then I go to Meeker Hill, which is in my hometown in Connecticut, and I'm reaching up to the sun, which beats me down, but I still go past the sun to the moon and into the stars. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to let anybody bring me down. Basically, that's what that song is about. And it is melancholy. A lot of my songs are, it's just part of my personality, but there is definitely a hopefulness to it. It's actually one of my more hopeful songs in general. I will admit that. So thank you.
Can I ask you,
Yeah. Go for it.
when you write a song,
hmm
do you write the music first, or do you sort of write a poem, or do you like how does that all come together?
That's a really great question. I usually start writing chord progressions and then I come up with a melody alongside the lyrics. Very rarely do I write a poem first. I've thought of doing the other way around, but I find it to be more difficult for me. I need some kind of musical basis to work with. So I have like a framework, like the chord progression. I know what the meter is. I know kind of, I need like a container, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And the feeling of the melody and how
Yeah.
it that probably helps kind of elicit some of the lyrics of, to just kind of capture that feeling. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always curious about that.
Yeah. And
Do
I
you
might
have
have, oh, I'm sorry.
do you have the concept of what you think the song is going to be about in mind when you are making it, or do you just make music and then you just kind of figure out the lyrics that'll go with it?
It depends. Sometimes I might be feeling something and I'm focusing on that feeling with the music, like the chord progression and then the melody. Or I might not know what's going to come up. It might be more subconscious. And then it comes out, and then I start discovering that it's there. I think when I wrote my last album, Reflections in the Wood, that was based on like very heavy feelings that I was going through over the summer. And that was more apparent to me. But in other cases, there have been times where I have no idea what I'm feeling, and then it just sort of comes out of nowhere. So it's a bit of both.
Okay.
That's
And
like very therapeutic.
Extremely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Uberfolk in the chat asked, "Do you play the guitar as well as the singing?" And
Yes, so I play everything in all of my recordings. There's
yeah,
only one recording I've ever made that was actually with Nathaniel Ritter. He helped me mix and master Upon Hunter's Mountain. That's from my EP. This is the end. But other than that, everything else I play, I make. Just to answer that in more detail.
How many instruments do you play then?
Oh
You could
gosh.
probably pick. You could probably play every instrument if you picked it up, though, huh?
I mean, I'm
I'm
more
guessing.
confident now in trying different instruments. I'm more of a strings player, a vocalist, and like a piano player. And I call myself like a part-time percussionist, but I'm not really, mostly strings and voice. And then I'm also training to be a music therapist, so I have to play piano anyway. Um, so I have to be
Music
versatile.
therapist?
What's that?
What's a music therapist?
Oh God, I don't even know how to answer that. It's kind of like a recreational therapist, or it goes along the lines of occupational therapy. You use music as a tool to help people with disabilities, like physical, mental. It could be mental health. It could be IDD, like intellectual disabilities. It could be dementia, things like that along those lines, and mental health. So you can improvise, you could create songs, you could recreate songs that are already written, and you could do what's called receptive method, which is when you're listening to music. Like I could play for people, or I could play recordings and we can talk about it, that kind of thing. It's very complex and it's a very new field. So I'm just learning about it every day.
That's really
my
cool.
mom used to work at a preschool with special needs preschoolers, and they would use that kind of stuff sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very prevalent in like special needs schools in some places. Yeah.
I like
Everybody's going crazy. Oh my gosh.
At least Brooke
So
is
true.
trying to help. Yeah, absolutely. That's really cool. And also, Uberfolk sent a super chat as well. Thank you very much on Buy Me Coffee. Said art, film, music, so tremendously important. Keep shining the light. Well, thank you, George, and he'll be on shortly. In fact, you could probably hop on now if you wanted. We have how many spots? We have 4 spots open right now. So, um, yeah. All right. So, let's go to our next song.
The sound of solitude envelops my senses like a fortitude, so high, so high, so high, so high. But it's time to say goodbye and learn how to fly with a flock. En mon château fort intérieur, les statues pleurent. En mon château fort intérieur, rien ne me fait peur. En mon château fort intérieur, les statues pleurent. En mon château fort intérieur. The sound of solitude envelops my senses like a fortitude, so high, so high, so high, so high.
All right, a short but sweet frog talk song. I didn't have to subject our poor audience to too much frog talk at a time, so no, I'm just kidding. But we have our favorite froggy friend with us as well, Bleunwenn.
Bonsoir.
All right. What is this? What is this song about then? Like, it's it's in a different language, so I don't know what the lyrics are exactly. You want to talk about that at all?
It's about retreating into yourself and how I don't know how it feels safe and I feel free in a way. I don't really know. I didn't really put much thought into it. I just recorded it. I think I even improvised the lyrics a little bit when I was recording. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, ladies, what did you think of that?
The quality of the guitar and the backing vocals actually really reminds me of the Vines, like a UK punk rock band that I really like. So I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's very cool. Like Bleunwenn, she's always trying different sounds and different instruments as well. Another very talented instrumentalist. I mean, or did you play that guitar, the electric guitar for that song?
Yes, I recorded it. Yeah,
Wow.
and thanks for the compliment. I do try to try many different sounds and just if something comes to mind, and even if I don't think I can achieve that sound, I'm gonna try anyway. And well, it'll always end up sounding like a Bleunwenn song anyway, even if I try to do something else. So
Yes, you just got that je ne sais quoi with each song you make.
je ne sais pas.
What? How do you say it?
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas.
I'm trying to speak correct French because I would say je pas, but
I'm gonna say je ne sais quoi because I'm gonna keep my terrible American pronunciation.
Je ne sais quoi. But we don't really say je ne sais quoi in French.
Yeah, that was kind of funny because I sent her a voice message and I was like, there's something about your music that just, it just has this unique je ne sais quoi to it. That's the only way I can describe it. And she's like, what does this mean? Like, what do you mean by
you thought you were doing like a culture bridge there, and it was just not working.
Like, I was thinking this is like a French phrase that she's gonna know. But
like I wanted to know what the je ne sais quoi was, but in fact, it's the nature of the je ne sais quoi to not be explainable, if I understand. So.
Yeah, so it was very funny to me that there was something lost in translation when I was literally speaking the French language to her, because it just kind of has like its own particular meaning in English language speaking.
Yeah, like the literal translation, I believe, is I don't know what. That's literally what it means.
Exactly. Yes. So I think it confused her a little bit, but that there is just something. Woo! Mandy is in the chat. Hi, Mandy. Sorry, I'm gonna shout out some people in the chat. So happy you could join us, Mandy. Saul's Creations in the chat for everyone. Nullus Poetry. Thanks for joining, brother. The Desperate Void, Mr. Desperado himself. Thank you so much for being here. Avondland, greetings. Thank you for joining. Hallandier, great to see you here. Let's see. Yeah. But anyway, everybody who's able to join and check out this awesome night, thank you for her evening, I should say, or afternoon. Sorry. Thank you so much for joining. But okay, what was I saying? But yeah, there's just something just so unique about Bleunwenn's style that I love. I can't get enough of, and we need more of Bleunwenn.
Well, thanks. There is more coming.
Awesome.
I'm so excited. I love your music, Bleunwenn.
Thank you so much. Well, I love yours too.
Thank you.
And we'll have 2 more Bleunwenn songs played tonight or this afternoon. All right. Let's go to the next one. Now, this is a new artist that I just discovered like a month or 2 ago, and I was just blown away. by her music. I don't know if she'll be able to join. I'm really hoping she'll be able to. She has 2 songs on the CD, and I really love these songs. So here we go.
No one gets me like you get me. Ride or die never felt so fun. Baby, when we met, you hit me like religion. You know it's scary, but I'm hanging on. I can't get enough of you. I can't catch my breath, and I don't want to. It's that long, slow climb on a roller coaster ride. Even when you're gone, I talk to you inside my mind. Oh, baby, I can't wait. 'Cause every day I give a little more of me away. A little more of me away.
Baby, I made some big moves. I thought you'd be a little harder to get. Sometimes getting what you want ain't what you expect. I guess I got a little bit mean. I think I'm feeling a little shut down when I see that love in your eyes. How long till it goes out? It's that long, slow climb on a roller coaster ride. Even when you're gone, I talk to you inside my mind. Oh, baby, I can't stay. 'Cause every day I give a little more of me away. A little more of me away. Got rid of everything that made you feel insecure. I'm not responsible for things that you did before. Why'd you try so hard to make me stay? If you only gotta walk away. No one hurt me like you hurt me. Ride or die never felt so bad. You're leaving me alone with the worst me I've ever had. It's the long, slow ride on a roller coaster ride. Even when you're gone, I talk to you inside my mind. Oh, baby, I can't stay. 'Cause every day I give a little more of me away. A little more of me away. It's that long, slow climb on a roller coaster ride. Give a little more of me away. A little more of me away.
Absolutely incredible. And we do have Hannah Prail here with us. I'm so glad she was able to join.
Me too.
Because I don't know anything. You're like this artist that just kind of came out of nowhere for me that I had no idea about, and I'm just like, how did this fly under my radar for so long? Because it's just incredible music. Thank you so much for letting us play this and joining and everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. I was curious, like I wanted to know a little bit more about your history with music and being a part of this scene and stuff like that. Because yeah, I don't know anything. I don't think you have really any social medias as far as I could tell. Is that I couldn't find any. Did you get
I know. I like to make stuff, and then as far as the whole marketing, distributing part of it goes, I'm just terrible at that.
I know.
And
So like this song, if you go onto YouTube, like she's got like less than 100 followers on her YouTube. This song has I'm just blown away by the fact that like this does not have like 1 million views on it or whatever, right? Like this needs way more attention and hopefully, hopefully we'll be able to get you a little more attention with this show, but yeah.
I like my stuff. I'm always like, I think it's good,
It's the social media just it's a dog eat dog. I don't know. It's so difficult. So I don't really blame you.
Well, my consistency has been really poor also. I kind of I'll like really, really like work on some stuff for a while and then I get pulled away and like do something else. And I'm just, and that's, I think, probably every artist is, managing that to some extent where you're trying to kind of like get your whole lifestyle going to support it. And it's challenging,
Oh yeah.
WolfShield, how did you find her? Like, how did you find out about Hannah?
Okay, so I
stumbled upon her.
No, she messaged me. So I set up this music love song contest for the White Oak Creators Guild, which is this new I guess art collective for white people that me and a few others are. Oh, who did we lose? We lost Sally. Sad day. Hopefully she can hop back on easy. But because me and Sally, I wanted her to be here to talk about that, but we're kind of part of this new art collective that also and the Return to the Landladies are part of that as well. But Sally and I, we're kind of the main ones running the ship right now with the White Oak. Did you hear any of that, Sally?
I touched the wrong button because that's my style. So no, I missed it.
I was just talking about how we recently started a new sort of art collective called the White Oak Creators Guild, and you and I are part of that.
Heck yeah.
We're kind of the main two, sort of running the
we're running the hamster wheel hard, yeah.
But there's some other
keeping the lights on.
Some other great people. Sarah Dye is involved. Donald Kent is involved. Carson Ford Brooks and his wife are involved as well. I think that's the main crew of us kind of running it. But yeah, anyway, so I set up this love song contest and Hannah messaged me about it because Hux Deluxe reposted it. So I was able to connect with her through Hux Deluxe. And I'm really glad she did that because I just love her music. And we have another one.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, and me and
out of the woodwork
collaborated on a couple because he's a super gifted guitarist and he comes up with these really riffy, like really, really sexy, like compositions. He just doesn't feel strong with the lyrics and the vocals, So we sort of. Can you hear me? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I can hear you great. Okay. So are you saying you're going to do some collabs with Hux? Is that what you're saying?
We did. Yeah. We put some things together where he sent the compositions that he created were already just perfect. It just needed to drop in some lyrics, and
Has
some
this
vocals.
been released yet?
No, and it's only I haven't So we have 4 now, and I produced them on Suno because I didn't have access yet to a recording studio to actually like record the vocals, and that was an interesting experiment too. And you and I talked about this. The selections that you have here of mine are 100% not AI, but I've had like frustrating problems with like access to sound studios or sound engineers kind of like, like dropping me down in the priority list or whatever. And so Suno has been a great way to get ideas more fully realized, and so the collaborations between me and Hux are like at that level, and it's really exciting, but I've never collaborated with anybody because I haven't known how to. Like, I'm super like introverted and weird in my process, and I never even considered like adding anybody into that.
Okay.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
I'm so excited to hear this because Hux, I've been pestering him for a long time. Like, you need it because he did a couple songs that were
He's
on
so good.
my 2023 was it? Yeah, I think it was 2023, and he hasn't done anything since then. I'm like, come on, we need more, and he keeps talking about he needs a vocalist. And so this is the first time I've heard that he found a vocalist, and I think he found like a perfect one to collaborate with. And I'm
Well,
so
he definitely. I'm a lyricist. I mean, as far as a vocalist, I think I'm a stronger lyricist than a vocalist. But I hope that we can put that together too. But I think the lyrics that we created for his compositions are just spot on. Like, they're killer.
okay. So
You
who's
know.
doing the vocals then?
Well, right now they're AI versions.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
hopefully.
But I've been moving and stuff. I haven't had a chance. There's 3 of them that I could re-record with my vocals, but there's
Well,
one that I wrote that's like specifically for a male vocalist, so because
okay.
that's just the way the song sounded to me.
Well, I hope that you're able to actually record real vocals for these songs.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the AI. I like
Well,
real craftsmanship, That's where
it
I'm
was
at.
it was a great way to get the idea back to Hux, instead of
Mhm.
just kind of humming it and like recording with my phone. Like, it was a cool way to express the idea. But yeah, it needs to now be fully realized.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, in the chat we have traditional apothecary Hannah, a very dear friend of mine. Thank you so much for joining. Trucker Chris, glad to have you here. Dino Storm, very cool to see you here, buddy. Sorry, I haven't done those. He asked me to do some audio recordings for this video game that he's working on, and I I don't know. He's been hounding me for like months now. Poor guy. I don't know. My mind just being an artist, it just life gets up on you, or it just sometimes you procrastinate. That procrastination is kind of the way of the artist. Yeah, but anyway, so really cool to connect with you, Hannah, and we'll be playing another one of your songs here shortly. But right now, let's Uberfolk is asking if I'm a musician. Well, I have made music in the past. I never really thought it was particularly good, so I didn't really continue too much. But I do kind of like, I haven't made music in a while, but I was trying to do a collaboration with Caitlin here, of a cover for a song from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, talking about procrastination. Yeah, you're waiting on me for this one. So.
I get it. Like, I totally. And listen, you're a mom of 4. You got one just about to pop. Like, I'm amazed you're able to join. Like, I'm so happy you're able to join because you're literally like due like what,
less than a
next
week. Yeah,
like a couple of
Getting
days. I'm glad you didn't make like an early jailbreak because I really wanted you to be able to join. So I'm happy that worked out, and I'm really happy. But everybody's got lives and things happen. But so
That's another reason the White Oak Collective is going to be good, because then there is like a central hub for everyone to kind of put their collaborations together.
That's the idea. There needs to be that sort of central hub, that centralization for a lot of these artists, because it's so hard. Like if you're just on your own as an art, there's so many artists that are just kind of on their own trying to make it, and you need to have that sort of collaboration, that centralization, and like the ability for like all ships to rise with the rising tide type of situation. So we're still in the early
totally.
stages.
We want to have like a we're kind of gathering the vision right now, but it's just the response has been really awesome. There've been I think it just shows how much people are looking for something like this, where we can all kind of collaborate, and you just raise your hand and say, hey, I'm looking for someone to do this on my project, and there will be artists that can help you out. So,
and a platform to get it out there, to get it more in front of more eyes. And also we're planning on doing IRL events for artists and stuff like that. So we got a lot of plans, but we're in the very early stages of trying to get all figured out. So, but keep an eye out for that. The White Oak.
It's going to be awesome. Just think about the most awesome thing you can think of, and that's what it's going to be.
Times 10.
That's right.
Oh, we lost Hannah. Huh? Okay. But hopefully Hannah will be able to join again later for her next song. Okay, there she is, back again.
Oh, yeah. I got a phone call and then I couldn't hear anybody. So, okay, I'm back.
Okay. Desperate Void in the chat asked what song we were, Caitlin and I were going to be doing a collab on. It's called Jolly Sailor Bold. It's from the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which is without a doubt like the worst one in the series and one of the worst movies ever made, to be honest. But I love that song. It's the one that the mermaids sing during that scene with the mermaids. And Caitlin has such an incredible voice. I don't know if you've she's posted some videos of herself singing online. Just a wonderful. What are you, soprano? Is that
sporadic? Yeah, I was soprano growing up. So I went to conservatory for French horn, but like have sang in church choir and took vocal lessons as well. So I don't know. Been a while since I've really like done too much, but yeah, it's fun. And I like the Jolly Sailor Bold song because it's like, not too sappy. Again, it's like kind of dark. So it's fun.
Yeah. And I'd like to start doing these kind of covers of songs I like, and getting different vocalists from different projects and whatever from our circles to do different covers. Once I get like focused on it again,
Is it like a sea shanty?
I don't know. Do you want to sing a little bit right now, Caitlin?
Oh man. Yeah, okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on, put her on the spot.
Summer's morning, I carefully did stray down by the walls of Wapping, where I met a sailor gay, conversing with a young lass who seemed to be in pain, saying, William, if you go, I fear you'll ne'er return again. So yeah, it's like,
oh, it's so good.
Wow.
I love it already.
Yes.
Yeah, from the point of view of the lady that doesn't know if she's ever going to see her love again. Yeah, it's pretty dramatic.
So we'll get there one day. You'll hear the official version one day, and hopefully many more. I'd like to do collabs with Bleunwenn and Swallowed by the Thicket and Hannah Prail if I get the chance. All right, so let's move on to the next one. All right, number 5 of the night. Here we go. Okay. Awesome bit of dark wave, kind of a throwback to, I don't know,
Kind of like The
what,
Cure, like the old Cure.
or
I was thinking
joy
Susie and
wave.
the Banshees, like 80s goth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or yeah, joy wave or blue. No, new. What is it? Blue. What is joy wave's other band? uh, New Order. Is that it?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
of like
Yeah, New
Joy
Order.
Division?
Blue Monday or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
would
Joy
be
Joy
New
Division.
Order, yeah.
What am I? I'm so confused. I'm just sound like a retard now.
I
um,
like the double bass. That was good. That was fun.
mhm.
That was
Yeah, I'm a
cool.
big fan of bass. I feel like it's criminally underutilized.
Yes, and it's very similar to yeah, it reminds me a lot of the bassist from Joy Division. God, what is his name? Does anybody remember? He's a very iconic, got that very iconic
The one that
bass.
died.
I think so. um yeah, I'm just completely spacing right now. But anyway, yeah, so they unfortunately Peace through Superior Firepower is not able to join tonight. Um They did leave us did leave me a message saying they wanted to, let's see here, where's the message? Okay, have a video for this song, I guess a music video for this song Blood Sacrifice soon, and they are working on a new dark country song. Interesting.
Ooh, hell
A,
yeah.
a dark country song. Now that will be very unique. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that. Um Okay, and before,
Are
oh,
these the
Peter
ones
Hook,
that
that's
it's
it.
like a couple, right? I think they were on last year.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's a couple from England.
Yeah,
Jolly old
cool.
England.
Oh,
But
this
yeah,
is like an international operation here.
right? Yeah, exactly. It's all over the world, but we're all connected by the love
Being
of our
white.
people. Yeah. But Mandy in the chat got it right. It was Peter Hook that I was trying to remember, the bassist. Very very reminiscent of Peter Hook. But I'm curious. Is he gonna bring that Peter Hook bass to this dark country song? I guess we'll find out. And before I forget, we got another super chat from Hallandier for 20 coffees, which is $100. So thank you so much, Hal. And he says the 2025 Fedora Favorites features truly fantastic pieces by blessedly talented artists. Well, you are one too, Hallandier. Um, he does a lot of great like synth wave kind of music. So his personal favorite is Bleunwenn. Did you hear that, Bleunwenn? Are you there?
Oh yeah, sorry, I couldn't find the window of the podcast. Thank you very much, Aline dear. I'm very honored.
And he says a tip-top turbo artist. That's Bleunwenn. I totally agree. And he says, thank you, Wolfshield, for disseminating the existence of these artists to us mere plebs. Well, none of you are plebs. But I am very lucky or that I'm able to kind of do this, I guess, because I just love music. Music has always just been such a huge passion of mine, and I love making playlists for people to discover new songs, new artists that they may not have been aware of. And I did that for a long time, before I got involved in these circles, and then I got involved with WAC, and it just kind of naturally kind of took over doing that. And it's very cool. I get to talk to these artists and do what I can to promote them. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, being
okay.
an organizer is a skill in itself. So
Yes, it does take a lot of work to get these together.
Mhm.
And I do these CDs every year. This is my 6th year that that I'm making a CD. Sally, you keep leaving us.
internet connection.
But yeah, so it's the 6th year. I put together this CD, the best of, now that's what I call white-based music type of collection, because I feel it's so important to have something tangible and cool for people to have, but I pay for these. I pay to make these CDs myself with my own money, and I've never taken any money for them in any of the time of me doing these 6 CDs. Never once have I taken money from them. I like to give them away for free, or sell them for $1 to cover the eBay cost or whatever, just because I want people to have this, because I think people need something like this. But also I want people to save their money to financially support the artists, So you can make sure that you go to, if they have a band camp or whatever, make sure you can, if you feel like it, throw some money their way. But for sure, follow their social medias and hit hit subscribe, etc. Yeah. So we have George and Philosophicat have joined us for we're going to be playing their Uberfolk song next. So glad they were both able to join for this one.
Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, glad I could make it.
All
And
right.
I've been really enjoying all the music from everybody, so I'm looking forward to sticking around for the whole show.
Oh, it's so good. And we have we're gonna play their music video for this called The Flower Mortel. Really gorgeous music video.
Oh, I can't wait. The multimedia experience.
Yes.
This is fun.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
For eternity, through many worlds and lives, what has become of thee? The endless wheel of life spinning back to me, ensnaring me, elusive victory.
Some tell a tale of a stone from heaven's fall, while others speak of a relic and a price paid for all. It's the heart that finds the flower
Oh my god, absolutely incredible.
That must have been so much fun to record too. It looked awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we
it was
really
a lot
had
of
fun
fun.
making the video. It took us a while, and we had to scrap a lot of the footage. Lord, you know how hard it is to get a good camera angle and all that stuff.
Oh yes. Oh yes,
Yeah.
the challenges are never ending. But it's just you did such a great job with it though. It's so visually striking, from beginning to end. And just beautiful. Everything about it was beautiful. Yeah, particularly Philosophicat.
Well, thank you.
Well,
I can't hold a
and
candle to George, though.
She directed the video. It was her concept, and she was there, involved in every step of the way, really leading the way. So it's always great to see when that feminine aspect gets to be part of the music and part of the expression. I think it's really important.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We just there's a lot of yeah. Yeah, I agree. Ladies, what did you guys think of that?
I'm a big fan of the vocal style. It really reminds me of like when I was a teenager and I listened to a lot of things like Nightwish and Within Temptation. Now those are obviously like more metal instrumental than that, but it's a very similar vocal style. And this one was pretty intense. Even in spite of not being technically heavy music in that regard. So I really enjoyed it.
It's interesting you say Nightwish and Within Temptation, because those were two of my very early vocal influences.
Yeah, I definitely can hear it. It's crazy how like when we listen to bands so much as a young person, they influence our style, whether consciously or subconsciously. Like I listened to a ton of Evanescence growing up too, and I feel like Amy Lee was probably the biggest inspiration for my vocal style to date.
Yeah, that was very popular back then too.
And George actually he sent me the new song that you guys are working on that is actually more metal and inspired, and that was my first thought, was like, wow, this is like Nightwish. This is so in that vein. So if you like Nightwish and you think this is kind of in that vein, like the next one that they release is going to be just
Thanks,
like,
Lord. Actually, I should plug at least that Kat's got 2 albums that she's working on right now, which will feature her as a solo vocalist. One's going to have some metal elements to it. The other's going to be more like dark neo-folk.
Okay.
And then I'm also working right now on a synthwave, dark wave project. And I've also got a metal project that you just made reference to that we've got coming out as well. So the metal project, yeah, we've got a lot. I probably have right now, metal alone, I have about 40 songs that are written and demoed, and I'm just ready to start doing the final production, the real production on them now. So I've got a good producer lined up that's got some, I won't spill the beans on who he is, but he's got some good song credits, some good production credits that he's done of some really popular stuff in the metal genre, and he's going to be mixing it and producing it. So it's going to be fun. Like all these different genres of music, I love it all. Like I love every type of music. If a song is good, it's good, and I don't really care what style it is. But especially as I'm older now, I've gotten into like all different kinds of music over the years, and I can listen to everything from classical music to Johnny Cash to black metal to neo folk, synthwave, electronica, dance stuff. Like I love a lot of types of music. So we're going to really branch out now too.
Yeah, and I love being able to put together a show like this, a CD like this, and get every type of a genre possible.
Yeah.
Because I do love that sort of diversity of sound. But that's crazy. You guys have 2026 going to be a big year for you guys, huh? Like that is.
I don't know if we'll get it all finished this year. It's probably with that many projects in the pipeline. It's one of those things where you don't release anything for a long time, and then you release a whole bunch of stuff all at once.
Yeah, some of these tracks I've been working on for a few years. So, but we will drop some music in 2026 for sure, and then we're going to keep. We don't really know whether they're going to just drop albums or whether we're going to release some individual songs first and then put out the albums later when the full
and more music videos. You think?
Yes, like we really love making music videos. We see actually YouTube as our main way to share music. Like we are on Spotify. We've got a little bit of traction on Spotify, but I much rather prefer the visual audio medium. So, what do you think, Lord? Would you ever want to direct a music video?
I've been wanting to direct a music video for so long. Yeah, I would absolutely love to get involved in any way. Like, I don't know how exactly, because where you guys live, but like, if anyone wants to make a music video, just let me know. I will, and I'll work something out. I want to. I want to
we
make
might have to collab with you at some point. Find a way to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, we're figuring out how to fly you out.
Yeah, I'd love.
I can fly to him.
Yeah,
he's got a better climate.
He's in Minnesota. Did you know that?
I did know that. Yes.
Yeah, what's your connection to Minnesota? Because I think, did you like live here at one point? Or
I grew up there. Yeah.
Were you born here?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Very cool. So, the
always happy to come back for a visit.
Yeah. No, that would be like such a dream come true to shoot a music video with you. And also, I'd reached out to you before about maybe even acting in my next film. But I didn't have, because you asked what it was about. I didn't really have a good answer because it keeps changing and evolving in my head. What the next
still in
movie?
The idea stage.
It's all over the place. It's like this hodgepodge of like Sicario, Weapons, Planet Terror, The Da Vinci Code, Nosferatu.
Interesting.
What was some other things? There's a bunch of movies. I'm just like trying. Anyway, I'm trying to bring it all together into like one coherent story, but it's got. I have like big plans for the next one, but it's still kind of in the early stages of figuring out what exactly it is. But I think it's gonna involve vampires.
That sounds cool. I like vampires. Who doesn't?
Right.
Well, Lord, just one thing I wanted to get in there before you have to move on to the next track. This is a multi-generational struggle. This is not something we're going to win by posting on social media with the banger comment or worrying about which spokesman of the system is the next president. We're going to win this with art, books, film, culture, music. And it's all of these things that we're creating right now, regardless of how little the traction we might get in the beginning, they become little time capsules for the future. So I just want to send a message out mainly to the artists, to just keep doing what you're doing, keep letting your soul get communicated and expressed. And I think that it will all add up to something important as time goes on.
I couldn't agree more. Like, to me, this is the most important thing that frankly we can be doing in my opinion, because it is and Sally can kind of help because this was why we picked the name White Oak for our art collective, was because it's like creating roots, the arts, all these different type of arts that we can make will connect you to your roots, and I think that part of the problem is that white people are sort of deracinated and disconnected from who they are. But if there's any one way that we're going to be able to connect them to their race again, it's through art, so to me it's the most important.
We have to reconquer the tree of life.
Yes, I agree. I love this. I'm eating this up right now.
Yeah, so you guys have anything more you want to talk about with what you got going on in life, how your 2025 was, what 2026 is looking like for you?
Well, Kat should tell you about the audiobook she just finished. She spent months on.
Well, I've last year I did an audiobook for Inner Traditions, Eros and the Mystery of Love by Julius Evola. And this year I've done Mystery of the Grail. So that will hopefully be out soon once it goes through their end of quality control checks, and it's all the boxes are ticked off and they can upload it onto all of the audiobook platforms, but it shouldn't be too much longer before it's out. So
awesome.
Oh, that's
then we've
awesome.
got
I'm definitely
new-
going to download that.
Yeah, people really seem to prefer audiobooks. I think it's just so much easier to get your reading in when you can just put it on while you do something else.
Oh, you do stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And Evelyn's great. It's just like, it's so every moment there's like a new revelation coming through. So that's great.
Yeah, and Mystery of the Grail is one of his more readable books. It was a big inspiration for this song and the video. We used it heavily for Soul of Chivalry, the documentary that the song goes with. And so I'm really glad that it's going to be available in audiobook because it's one that I think people have really wanted and it just hasn't been available yet.
Yes, and so
And
that's something else we in 2025, The Soul of Chivalry is a 2-hour-long documentary based on Julius Evola's works that we released as well, and that is where the song "The Flower Immortelle" comes from. It's right at the end of the documentary.
Yeah, and you guys won some awards for that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we submitted to multiple film festivals, and I guess to about a dozen of them, and we won like 4 or 5 awards, and that was really great. It helped to get some additional eyes on the film, and it's paywalled still right now. But when the next film comes out in the series, because that was episode 14 in the series, and when the next one comes out, we'll be removing it from the paywall. So, but you can join for $4.99 on the YouTube channel of Philosophicat's YouTube channel, and you
I think
can
it's
watch
even
it.
less than that because I think it's priced in Australian dollars from when I was living there, so it's probably cheaper than that even. Just need to recover some of the production costs. You know how it is, right?
Oh yeah, I know that. It's
we all know that. It's a labor of love.
Oh yeah. Ladies, did you have any other questions for them?
My big question is, Kat, would you like to be on the RTTL Ladies podcast sometime this year?
Oh, please say yes. We need ladies desperately.
I could probably do it sometime this year, but probably not any time in the next couple of months because I'm very booked
it's
up at
lucky.
the moment,
We're taking a break for a couple months. So.
Yeah, I've got a big workload at the moment because I took a lot of time off over the holidays and I have to take some time off again coming up here. So I've got to catch up. But once I'm all caught up, I'd be happy to do that.
That's awesome to hear.
I don't get to talk to ladies very often, so it's always a treat.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're wanting to do is invite more women on the podcast because I think there is a very sore lack of, good women's media on our side.
Yeah, I mean, I remember there being, there were a few girls I'd talked to many years ago, and they're not doing their podcasts anymore, as far as I know. And so I'm glad you guys are doing that, and I definitely like to support you in that if I can.
The feds hate it when women are involved in dissident right politics, and a lot of those voices that you hear that are out there, they're just Fed posts. Just ignore all the noise. The real men that are involved in this greatly appreciate you ladies being a part of it and bringing those special aspects to it that men just can't bring on their own. It's a complementary aspect, and so keep it up and don't let those don't let the incels get you down.
Thank you so much, George. That's lovely to hear. Yeah, it really. Sometimes there's a lot of chatter that can be a little discouraging. But I mean, I don't get discouraged very easally. But and I think that's why
I'm not a
women...
woman, and I get discouraged by seeing all that stuff because it's so toxic and you are not a serious person if you're you do not care about the white race if you're attacking white women. Being anti-woman is being anti-white, full stop. That's
You can't make white babies without white women. So yeah. Kind of
You're not
important.
willing to say the 14 words. You aren't one of us. The long version of it,
or both versions.
That's what I meant by the long version. But yeah, either both or long version, whichever.
I just don't I don't get it. It's I don't like feminists, there's a lot, and I don't think anybody on the show likes feminists, but it's I'm not going to be in any kind of space where there's feminists who are saying anti-male things, right? But I don't know, like the fact that you would. There's so much of that in these circles. It pisses me off so much because I'm like, I wouldn't like blame you for not any woman for not wanting to be in such, kind of toxic circles at times.
Well, as George says, it's Fed posting for the most part. I mean, if they divide us,
it's mostly brownoids and gays, to be honest. So,
and the ones who are sincere in what they're saying, they just, as far as I'm concerned, they don't seem like they want to win. So, what use have we got for them? But it can be very demoralizing to be subjected to that kind of chatter on a regular basis, even if you intellectually know that you shouldn't take it seriously. It just to be exposed to that kind of low vibe negativity on the regular, it's not good for your soul. It's not good for your creativity.
Yeah, I see people going after you all the time, Philosophicat. I'm just like, fucking it, it's very frustrating. I don't know.
I'm so misunderstood.
Although I do think sometimes you like to kind of poke the bear.
I can't deny it. It's true.
She's sassy.
Yeah,
I do like to rile them up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it ultimately just gets ad revenue in your pocket at the end of the day.
Yeah, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I shouldn't do that. I can't help myself sometimes. I've got my vices like everyone else. Riling up the incels and chapstick. Those are my vices. And chocolate. 3. I have 3.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we should move on to the next song, and I don't know if you guys want to stick around. What is the next? I gotta check what the next song is. What is Hinky? Yeah, I don't know if he'll be able to join. So if you guys want to stick around longer, you can.
Well, I've got to get back to work, but I'm going to leave it playing in the background because this reminds us of the old whack days. It's really nice that you're doing this. I always love it when you do a stream.
Well, thank you, and I'm doing the best I can, and I'm really I just want to do what I can to support those who are still making great art.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Yes, thank you for having us on.
Thank you so much for joining. All righty, so we'll move on to the next song. Here we go. A new artist that I just discovered recently here.
They're waiting for you, they're waiting for you, they're waiting, my friend. There's no better time than when a full moon's shining and they're all just waiting for you. I can see your heart racing as you pull up to the place where there's music and searching for love. And although you want to chase them, you decide to stay in place because you don't know how to give yourself up. Allow me to please explain it, for your hopes are not forsaken. You're a cool and a wonderful guy, and I'll give it to you straight, man. You just gotta learn to face it, cause true love's worth a little try. They're waiting for you, they're waiting for you, they're waiting, my friend. There's no better time than when a full moon's shining and they're all just waiting for you. At a party in the city, all the girls are all so pretty, they're looking for attention and fun. Though every man will take a notice, I see none who will approach them, and they both leave lonely and alone. Must be something about a raisin that has led us to the span where the sparks don't seem to fly. But I know if you just listen, then you'd sooner be kissing than a girl who grabs your eye. They are waiting for you, they are waiting for you, they are waiting, my friend. There's no better time than when a full moon's shining and they're all just waiting for you. The seas are full of fishes and your heart's so full of wishes. Why don't you go and test the line? The worst thing that can happen is to send you back a pack, and I'm sure your heart will do just fine. There's so many years ahead, so I don't want you to feel betrayed. You're gonna find the love of your life. She's out there just sitting, wishing her hand wasn't fitting in another who'll hold her so tight. They're waiting for you,
right, fantastic little ditty from an artist I recently discovered in our circles, Hinky. He was on earlier, but seems like he wasn't able to stay on, which is too bad because I would have loved to, learn a little bit more about this guy as well, since he's a little bit of an enigma. But let's see here. He sent me something. Wanted me to read this off of his Bandcamp. A little more information about this song, and this is kind of funny. We were talking about the gender dynamic stuff because that's what this song is about. Is just telling dudes to stop overthinking things and just go talk to women. um, you know. Before I read that, I want to read this super chat from the Desperate Void, Mr. Desperado, for 10 coffees. And he says, art is the soul of the folk, not politics, gender discourse, or hot takes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you so much
Hell yeah.
for sending that, for the support. But let's see. I'm going to read this since he's not here. I'm just going to read this bit he sent. So he says, we live in an age of demoralization. We wallow in defeat and wear our badges of victimhood, proudly claiming we are owed so much and that we owe so little. Our concept of love is captured in this as well. Women are liberated and men are castrated. What does one have that the other desires? The blame is always on the other, not on the purposeful divide that has been wedged between men and women, dissolving traditional roles as unnecessary shackles when in reality it is the thing that attracts two people and holds them together. We need each other and what the other can offer, so get out there and love properly. That's so great. That's so perfectly stated. There is, I think, an attempt to divide the genders, to make our race weaker. And we have to resist that, resist the temptation for blaming all the problems of the world on either the patriarchy or the longhouse. It's just two flip sides of the same kosher coin.
And just going and having fun, like I just feel like we have like a big problem with people not having fun anymore, not being spontaneous. And it's just like everybody sits home and they think about stuff and they talk about it and they compare and they go on the let me research this thing a little bit more, and then it's just like all of the spontaneity and the fun happy accidents of life are just you just lose that if you like you said, overthink. So I was super digging that. That was a fun little song. So thank you, Hinky. Good work, buddy.
Yeah, I like the little lyric about the full moon is shining. I should probably already know this, but what does the full moon represent as far as a life cycle goes?
Oh, I feel like Bleunwenn or Swallowed by the Thicket would know that.
I feel like Allison might know too.
Well, when I think of the moon, I think of femininity, actually. Usually it represents the goddess in paganism or neo-paganism, a lot of traditions related, but also just the divine feminine, something like that. Not sure if that's relative to that song, but that's my instinct.
Yeah, generally in pagan circles, it's a reference to the three aspects of femininity, the three-tiered goddess, the maiden, the crone, the mother. It's typically, it's like a peak femininity type thing, generally where I see it. I'm not sure if that's necessarily what he was trying to invoke, or if maybe he was trying to invoke something of a wild spirit, because, supposedly everyone goes crazy on the full moon. Maybe that has something to do with it, but we'd have to ask him, and unfortunately he's not here.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think we'll move on to the next song. And I believe this artist should be able to join.
Join us.
Life shouldn't be lonely with progress. Should grow together with family that is timeless. Life shouldn't be oh so distant. Need no 9 to 5 with families that's persistent. In school they tell the kids to be quiet, but all nature thrives when we're free from silence. Never strain yourself from your beautiful mind. Keep living wild, I'm eager what we'll find. Cause you show me how life should be. This world, you know, it inspires me. Living life with no boundaries. Your spirit tells me more than what my eyes have seen. And I believe we're like wild horses. Life's worth a fortune. Birth from the forest. If they don't wanna lend a hand to us men in need, never mind what they do, 'cause from us we will receive. Made us worship their God and follow this money. We should water our time and harvest our honey. 'Cause you show me how life should be. This world, you know, it inspires me. Living life with no boundaries. Your spirit tells me more than what my eyes have seen. And I believe. I wanna go back home, wanna go back home, wanna go back home. 'Cause you show me how life should be. This world, you know, it inspires me. Living life with no boundaries. Spirit tells me more than what my eyes have seen. And I believe.
What a fantastic, positive little pop kind of almost hip hop ditty there. What did you guys think?
Very soothing.
I think it's awesome. Yeah, like it's like his own. He was like a one-man boy band just there. Like he was harmonizing with himself. It was very cool. I think that's what's really cool about like a lot of the technology that's available to musicians now. And I mean, it's always kind of been this way for a while, but I think even more so now. Like you know, you can just have something and make it right there in your house. You know, so I think that's really cool. That's really cool. I had a lot of like nice production to it.
Right. Yeah, I think it's pretty wild that you know, all these artists are, and I say this every time, but like it's just people by themselves making music by themselves like in their house and just like punching way above their weight in terms of the talent that they're bringing, you know. It's really incredible to see. So RC the realist unfortunately says he can't be here right now. He says too loud where I'm at to join right now, but hails everyone. My son inspired this song. It's about how we can learn our nature from our children. Yeah,
Wow, that's awesome.
that's really cool. Like a lot of like I wasn't aware that this one was about his song, was about his son, but he does do this like birthday song for his son every year also. So I think he's on the 4th year um that he's done a birthday song for his son, but that's very cool. He also has his wife uh do vocals with him sometimes as well. So very cool, family oriented guy.
Yeah, I think that's really great that he like does songs like inspired by and working alongside his family. I feel like you don't really hear a lot of that anymore. You don't really hear a lot of music about family or even produced by families, and that's definitely something that we should bring back. That's actually really excellent. And what better type of dynamic to have in the art that you're creating than being family oriented in a movement like ours.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about,
Bring
our
back the Von
family,
Trapps.
our immediate family and our broader white family. Let's see here. So he also added, "Yes, I hope your son is doing well, Lord." He is doing very well. We had a little bit of a scare with him recently, but luckily, it didn't turn well. We don't know what it was, but he's doing okay now. But he'll be turning 11 months soon, so couldn't be happier with my little lordling, as I call him. He says, "Appreciate the kind words and preserving our arts for our people." Absolutely. And I think we can move on to the next one. Maybe we'll be playing another of his songs later, so maybe he'll be able to join in the future later on. Okay, here we go.
Let's hop in the car with nowhere to go, and nobody needs us for anything else. We can play pretend like we don't even exist in childhoods and are still off in the distance. All for the night, we're not even real, and all the world's sickness can't touch us here. It's just as bad as it seems to be. Quiet as ghosts against the darkest scenery. We're out past the railways and the empty new houses, the banks bought up the orchards and developed the outskirts. The ghosts of the barracks now lost in the suburbs, and the streets that we haunted once crumble beneath us. You can't buy change, and nostalgia's just a drug, when all that we have is what remains of what was. And this feeling that something just slipped through our hands, but the past is never gonna miss you bad. Nothing left to be done. We're watching the setting sun over the land we love. We're immaterial, crashed out, someone else take the wheel. Nothing left to be done. We're watching the setting sun over the land we once loved. We're immaterial, crashed out, someone else take the wheel.
You're still afraid.
Stop it now, I mean it.
I love that. I don't know, that quote from something. I don't know what it's from, but I know that was something that was kind of popular, I guess, during the 2000s. I don't know if bands really do that too much anymore, but I love this particular band because it's very millennial core. I feel, it draws a lot of, I think, inspiration from 2000s kind of rock music, and it's got a lot of that sort of millennial angst as well. Yeah, so this is from an album of his that just came out recently called Internet of the Living Dead. So I posted his links in the chat, but also you can find his links in the description. So make sure everybody is going down and following everybody and whatnot. So yeah, and he wanted me to tell you to, because he said he was too shy to to come on tonight, which is too bad because I would have loved to talk with him. But It is what it is. But yeah, so he's got a lot of
He
videos.
really is emo. He really he lives that. It's not just a stage presence. Yeah. We won't bite. Please come on next time.
Yes. Hopefully we can lull him onto the show one day. Let's see here. So go to the channel, watch the YouTube videos. It says that's a important part of the experience, in my opinion. And then he says the next record will be called The Amazing Race and will be out early spring of 2027. So it's gonna be a little ways off, but you can go and listen to his whole album, which is it deals with a lot of topics that are very pertinent to us living in modern times. So for sure, go check that out. And yeah, what did you guys think? Another thing. Excuse me. I saw he was in the chat earlier, and he said he bought 20 of the CDs, and he's going to be giving those out to people. Or no, he's going to be sending them out with his own CDs as like an extra, which is really cool, because that's what I want this to be, is just like this kind of easy way to expose people to new music from really cool people, real awesome artists in our circles. So yeah, you can buy the CD. It's in the chat or in the description. $1 on eBay. And the funny thing is that doesn't even cover the whole eBay fee. The eBay fee is like $1.40 or something like that. Oh, he says,
How are you ever
"Oh
gonna pay me
no."
for my artwork?
Well, people have been very generous today, and sending super chats. So I really appreciate that, because that helps recoup the cost of actually making the CD, because it costs like $400 to get one of these CDs made. And like I said, I'm just giving away for free, just because I just believe in the importance of this and trying to make things accessible and easy for people to. Oh, he's in the chat. He missed the song, unfortunately, and he says, "Oh, then charge $1.40." It's like, I don't know, whatever. I got the 40 cents. It's fine. It's not it's not gonna kill me. Yeah, it's just I do this as a service for my people, and I'm gonna keep trying to do this. I've done it 6 years now, and I'm gonna keep trying to do it as long as I can, as long as people are interested, and as long as we have amazing artists making amazing music still. So let's see here. Did anybody else on the panel have anything to add about it?
Yeah, I really liked the attitude with that one. And it took me a while. I was listening to it and I was like, what about this is familiar? And I still can't quite place my finger on it. But I think what I ultimately landed on was that somehow it reminds me of Cage the Elephant, which is a really good band. I like them a whole lot. I can't place my finger on what exact quality it is about it, but I just really liked it.
Now there's a millennial core band for you, Cage the Elephant. Classic. Yeah, I don't know. Like, since you're in the chat, do you want to let us know like what some of those influences are that you have for your band? If he gets the chance to throw that in quick. Okay, so Bleunwenn is saying you should get Julie on the show as well. Who's Julie? Julie. Bleunwenn, you're on the show right now. Can you can you talk to me?
All right, that's true. I could say it out loud too. But I reply now. It Bakesing. Oh, she's a really, really wonderful singer.
Eat Bakesing?
Yeah, she's in the chat now. She just joined.
Okay. Eat Bakesing. I've
Really
never heard of
awesome.
you. What was that?
I will send you the link.
Yeah, send me the link. This is, there's so many artists that just go under the radar. I do the best I can to try to catch everybody. If there's people, feel free to send me, DM me, or just send me or tag me, on Twitter or whatever. showing me new artists because I love to discover new artists in these circles. So Eat Bake Sing, thank you for joining, and I'm excited to check out your music. All right, and we will go to the next song. Oh my god, I love this. This song I listen to compulsively over and over all year. This is such a good song. And Bleunwenn okay, we'll get into this after.
It's okay, sweetie, I understand. I'm too wild for you, I'm too wild. I was never meant to be part of the problem. I'm too wild for you, I'm too wild for the system. Fuck the system, fuck the system, fuck the system, fuck the system, fuck the system. But in the most creative ways. The new world is not gonna cut it for me. So I'm out. Genau. I'm out. And if you love me and yourself, follow me. I'm the aurora. I am the rise of a new dawn. I am the daughter of the keepers of the gift and the little warriors. I came to show you how it can be done. How it can be done. How it can be done. Always all the future. My mission is to become worthy of it. Worthy of my name. Worthy of my gods and worthy of my elders. Worthy of Mambos, Satakos, It's okay, sweetie, I understand. I'm too wild for you, I'm too wild. I was never meant to be part of the problem. I'm too wild for you, I'm too wild for the system. In the most creative way.
Now I did this last time, but I have to go back to my favorite part because there's this little bit here where she says "so I'm out," and it's just in the most cute like French accent way ever, and I can never get enough of that part where she says that.
The new world is not gonna cut it for me. So I'm out.
I just love that so much, and they were doing that in the chat already because yeah, I talked about that on the last one, but it's so good. It's so good. I love this. I just love everything about this song and the music video and everything about it is so je ne sais quoi. um, and I had to kind of fight Bleunwenn a little bit to actually get the song on the CD because this was made in 2023. So I'm kind of cheating, but it's my list. I make the rules. Um, uh, I listened to this song so many times throughout the year. I must have listened to it at least 50 times in 2025 because that's when I discovered it. So I kind of that's my excuse for putting on the 2025 CD. But Bleunwenn didn't want it. She protested, but she eventually was like, "Why? Well, if you want to promote it, why not?"
Well, thanks for sharing. And yeah, well, I'm actually happy to watch that again. I haven't in ages, and well, it's
Oh,
always
really?
nice to look back
It's
on
so like
trips.
there's so many little details about it that just get me every time. Like, well, one of them I think is kind of really funny is like when you like key out half of your body with the green screen, like when you're um
When
you're
I
like
what?
when you're crouching down and you key out like a bunch of your body, like when you key out the background when you're doing blue screen or green screen or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, the little parts where no, I'm not sure what part you're talking about.
Let me get it up. Let's see here. Like this part, like it's like part like a lot of your body is just like keying out, and you see the universe behind you and stuff like that.
That's just poorly done.
I know, but there's something about it that just feels right somehow for it.
Yeah, we'll call that a
Like
happy
you're
accident, I guess.
becoming part of the universe or whatever. Yeah, so ladies, what did you guys think of it?
I really like that song a lot, and I love the music video. I love the fact that it has the stars in the background, and it is in the woods, of course. It's very creative. It's different. It's you don't usually see videos like that, in my opinion.
No,
Definitely very blue and red.
it has a je ne sais quoi to it that
Je ne sais quoi or pas. Yeah.
that's really kind of indescribable what's so special about it, but there's a vibe to it. There's something to it that is just so unique.
Yeah, it's very distinct, and I feel like Bleunwenn has a sound that is just, well, it's distinct. Yeah, it's like you don't hear anything like it. I love it.
I definitely think the chorus is going to be stuck in my head for a while.
Yeah,
Every
it's catchy.
time.
I really appreciate the kind words. I'm actually finishing another music video that I have been working on for a year and a half now.
And I've been pestering you almost every damn day about it.
Yeah, so
I want
it's good encouragement.
I want more Bleunwenn Kino.
Yeah, it's coming, and I really had fun with it too. So yeah, I look forward to sharing that.
And Swallowed by the Thicket, I think you were saying that you are going to be doing a music video fairly soon, right?
Yeah, that's my next goal, is to start making music videos.
Mhm.
I am in the process of getting my degree in music therapy, which has been very time consuming. And I've been putting a lot of my music project to the side, which has been straining on me. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about making a video. I just need to plan it out. And I really need to do it. I know I do.
Mm-hmm. You
I'd
said you
love
had.
that.
Oh, what was that?
I would love that. Sorry, that was a bit aggressive.
Well, Aurora, I remember you made a comment to me about like my Instagram. I did start experimenting a little bit with visuals.
Yes,
And then I got rid of those videos. But yeah, I mean, I definitely want to make a video in the woods. That's for sure. I just don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I have some ideas.
Do you have someone to film it for you?
I do have somebody that I think would help me. Yeah. Here.
Okay.
Just go for it, and I'm sure you'll find the ideas along the way.
Yeah, it'll just sort of
Yeah, I
magic
think
itself.
sometimes you just gotta literally just go out in the woods and just start improvising, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
All my cinematography and whatnot that I do in my films, I just improvise on the day. You know,
And then
you feel it once you're there.
right, yeah, that makes sense. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we need more music videos, and I would love to help anyone who wants a music video made. I got all this camera equipment here just collecting dust. I want to put it to use for our people, music videos or um, you know, documentary style work or whatever, anything, you know. Caitlin, did you say anything?
I don't think I did, but I wanted to say, yeah, Bleunwenn, like, I first heard of you, I guess, when I joined the White Oak group, and I was like, ooh, like, I don't know, just the vibe, like, she seems cool, like, so everything I see, yeah, is more cool. And maybe I'm like 60% French, so maybe that's part of it. I just feel that connection.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I only had like one grandparent, but then when I got my DNA test, it was like a lot more than I thought. So yeah, it's cool.
Do you know from which region?
Oh yeah, the southern, like where on the coast.
Oh, southwest or Mediterranean Sea.
Is that kind of where
That's what it said, at least.
Is that kind of where Mont Saint what is it? Mont Saint something? What is that?
Yeah, Mont Saint Michel.
Yeah, Mont Saint Michel.
Michel, okay.
Is that where that is at? Is that where that's at?
Oh, not at all. It's well, it's in Normandy technically.
Okay.
So
I would love to go there one day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
You've been there?
Yeah, I try to go there once in a while because I'm like
you should
an hour or two drive from it. So
you should shoot some scenes for your music video or a music video or something in the future with that.
That's an idea. Yeah, I did record a little thing when we sang in the abbey of the Mont Saint Michel because
you recorded that
was absolutely wonderful. And we got shouted out because there's nuns living in it and we're not allowed to sing in it.
What did you sing?
Just harmonies. I was with Sun Vessel in the Abbey and we sang harmonies. It was wonderful.
Did you release those recordings?
I posted a bit on my story on that day.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. You should send that to me.
Yeah, I could find it. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I have to yell at my cat again.
That's your cat? Okay.
She constantly meows.
All right, cool. I think we'll go to the next song here.
Come along with me. Oh, hope to calm the chaos of our hearts and minds. Here amongst the trees are moments of reflection. Battle the darkness. We share the same dream. Arm in arm, hand in hand. Our love will always be
I that ended too soon. I have mini corn dog in my mouth. Can somebody else talk?
That's so funny. Yeah. Lord Wolfshield and I were sending pictures of our like snack setup for the stream.
I got my blood orange juice that I picked up because I'm a little vampire today.
That's a banana.
Oh.
Oh, Pipe Dreamer is here. Yeah, I like your voice very much. Like good range and just like very full. Yeah.
Oh, why, thank you. I try the best I can. It's one of the things, one of the last things that came to me musically, because I'd always felt I'd struggled with it for a long time. But man, I really appreciate you saying that, because I've been working on it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, if you don't keep it up, like it just goes so quickly, and then you gotta put double the effort in to get it back, at least in my experience.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad that I guess in my own way I kind of am able to help you keep making and releasing songs, because usually by the end of the year, we're getting closer to the CD being made. I'm like, oh, we got it. Got anything, Pipe Dreamer? Got anything in the works? Gonna release anything?
Yeah, you definitely made this one happen this year. As I'd had 2 or 3 that I'd been working on that just weren't quite getting there, and just when you were reaching out to me, I'd come up with this main theme for this song. It was just brand new, and I knew where I wanted to go with it sonically in the beginning. And you reached out to me, and I was currently on this little melody I'd been just come up with, and I knew it had potential. So when you reached out to me, it really pushed me to finish it, like expand upon it, build it. That's usually how I write. I just either come up like what some people were saying earlier with a chord progression or a simple hook, and then that gets built upon. And for me, lyrics and vocal melody always come after. And yeah, thank you, Lord Wolfshield. You kicked me in the butt on this one, and this is what came out.
Well, finished is better than perfect, as they say in art circles. I think sometimes So you can get in your own head and oh, you just gotta get a little bit of a push to just kind of to finish it, and I'm glad he did because it's really great. It's a really awesome. I don't know. It's like a ballad that kind of feels like a ballad from the '90s almost. Would you say?
Yeah, maybe. It's I felt like it was kind of cross generational. That main riff in the beginning is I really love the Cocteau Twins and things like that from the '80s. That very ethereal, lots of reverb and chorus on it. But then, when I transitioned into the bridge, which I guess you could call a guitar solo part, it changed key and feel into something a little heavier, like a more '90s feel, with the layered guitars and more of the distortion kicking in. So, yeah, the influences certainly do show up for sure.
Oh man, I forgot to post your link in the chat. Let me do that quick.
Well, and something I want to say about the lyrics is, I heard you guys mentioning a lot of stuff about loving the forest and the woods, and you know, this is an image I tried to portray in this song, along with um, uh, talking about the strength of love between two people, or even amongst the community, about how our love will always be evergreen. And I talk about walking amongst the trees and finding moments of reflection and reaching out and sharing with each other in these settings. And yeah, that's something I wanted to portray in this song.
Yeah, it's very beautiful, and the vocals are very good in it. I mean, you get a little self-conscious of your vocals, but this is like they're really strong and they're really powerful in this song.
I want to give a credit to my friend, my brother from the Bayou. He goes by Kermy. He's Kermy 14 on Telegram. He's the one who did the mix on this. Like, I recorded it here, and I just don't have the gear or the skill to really make it polished. And I sent it over to him, and he made it shine. So shout out to Kermy. Love you, brother.
All right. Do you ladies have anything else to say? Ask about it? Or?
What, like, you mentioned nature and being out like in the forest, basically. Like, was that like the main inspiration behind that song, besides like love, or was it like the combination of love and nature, or
Yes,
like?
it was a combination of love and nature. Um, I what I was envisioning while writing the lyrics was the combination of the two, how one would enhance the other.
Okay.
Like if you're really connecting with a person who is of your people and of your culture, and we really appreciate things like the woods and the mountains and the land, it really helps you connect with that person a lot better when they connect with nature. It's kind of I feel it helps us come together better in a place that we feel like we belong.
Wow,
Right,
that's a really
he's in the
profound
chat
concept.
too.
Yeah.
Kermy.
Oh,
look at that.
There you go.
Love you,
There he
pipe.
is.
Yeah, I think it's really nice, and it makes me think of, you wander into the woods and you have a cathartic moment, and that song it reminds me of something strong like that. Or you're in love and you're walking in the woods, and this something really very spiritual, and I really like it.
Yeah, me too. It's very beautiful. It's profound.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I usually kind of aim for. Kind of where I live musically, so to speak. If I do something kind of lighthearted or rocking out, I'm kind of like just getting kind of outside of where I am centered, and where I'm centered is more like in this area here, as far
Kind of
as
more like deeply emotional, like just more inward. Yeah. That's awesome.
And I also want to say that I really appreciate Lord Wolfshield putting all this together, reaching out, finding us, connecting us. I really love it. And, earlier George from Uberfolk had touched on some things about how it's not about politics, it's about us as a culture. I feel like overall, not amongst us, but amongst white people overall, our spirit feels kind of sick. And I feel that what we're doing here is a healing process. The healing comes from the culture and the revival of the spirit of what we were and what we are, what we can be. And I really want to show my appreciation to the Lord and everyone involved in what we do here, that I want to say I thank you, and it's very important. And
That's
just
so
want to
awesome.
express my appreciation. Thank you so much.
That's such a wonderful way of putting it. It's like it does feel like there's like a spiritual sickness all around us. There's just so much bad going on, and that's always been my goal since I got in these circles, is to offer something more healing, I guess, for the soul, to for people in our circles, because there's so much bad news, bad vibes, So that's really cool. That a healing. That's like I wouldn't have thought of putting it that way, but that is kind of always been my mindset of like trying to offer a little bit of healing through creation, because there's just really nothing quite like white creation and getting immersed in it. And
indeed, I kind of extrapolated that from my personal experience, because music has literally saved my life a few times in the past, not in the recent past, but in the distant past. I'm thankful that I had it there as a salve for my wounds. And I think that's, a lot that can be extrapolated out to our people as a culture. Music soothes the savage beast, does it not? It can soothe whatever conflict we have within our souls, and even within all of us. Once we start to connect with each other and see that we're going through a lot of similar things, you really start to then feel that healing.
Yeah, and it also brings us back to where we come from, our origin. There's really beautiful ways, at least for me, when I make my music, I'm always connecting to my ancestry and my heritage. And I find that very important for me to feel like I have an identity. And that's also very healing for me personally. So I relate to that in this sense.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's great to hear. And next up, we have another song by Swallowed by the Thicket. Here we go.
As I stand on foot upon this aching earth, I wait.
Wow. That is just incredible. Just one of my favorite songs to have come out in recent years out of any band. It's
Thank
so
you.
haunting and cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know how. I wonder this a lot. I don't know how I came up with that electronics. I play it a lot on guitar, like acoustically. That's how I wrote it. Most of actually all my songs start off that way. And then just one day I was like, what if I just add synth and let's just see what happens? And then it just came out that way.
Well, I think it's perfect. It sounds so cool. Yeah, I really love it when you sort of experiment with synth sounds.
Yeah, it really gives it a unique sound. I love that.
Thank you. I've been thinking about, because most of my music is folk. I've been thinking about maybe doing another album that's just like purely electronic.
Yes,
Because
I would
I get a
love
lot of
that.
feedback about it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, I was interrupting you.
Oh, it's okay. I'm
I have a
good.
So
You can go
much,
ahead.
Yeah,
so
it's
much
very hypnotic.
atmosphere. Love it. Yes.
Hypnotic. Wow.
That's perfect way to put it. It feels hypnotic and ethereal, and I
Yeah.
don't.
I wonder, do you have any like overt influences? Are there any like particular bands or musicians that you feel have influenced your sound?
At the top of my head, I can't really think of anyone specific, at least in regard to that song. I mean, I love black metal, heavy metal in general. I've always been a fan of heavy metal. I was classically trained when as a kid, so that has definitely influenced me. I have like Eastern European heritage on my mom's side. I love electronic music. I don't even know how to answer that, to be honest with you. I listen to
I
so
get
many
that.
different types of music. So everything, I guess. That's like in my, whatever it is that I like. I don't really listen. I'll be straight up. Like I don't listen to like hip hop. I don't listen to rap. I listen to a lot of European music. I love traditional European music, so you can hear that in my vocal style for sure. More Eastern, but yeah. I hope that answers your question. She popped off.
But we listened to you in the meantime, and that was interesting to learn more about those influences.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. I just wanted to stick around for a little bit to tell you thank you. Good to see you. Love our people. Thank you, Lord WolfShield.
Well, thank you for joining, Pipe.
You bet. We'll see you again later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Did anybody else have any questions or?
I just love the vocals. They were really like, it was almost like chanting or something like that. It was like, yeah, it kind of went unexpected places, and I was just kind of following along on the journey. So it was really, yeah, I think that's what made it hypnotic. It was kind of like, it was just taking you on a ride. It was really great. Quite
I don't know if
beautiful.
anybody recognized it, but I did put that in my movie briefly also. Did anybody catch that? No. It's when
Yes.
the main girl is driving up in the beginning to the house and unsure if she wants to go in. I think it worked perfectly for it. And she has you sent me this alternative take that was really wild of your first song on your new album.
Oh, I think it's called Not Lucifer's Kind
Yes.
now, but at the time I labeled it something else, and it was pretty out there. And
It was wild. But I'd love
Yeah.
to try to work that one into my next film because it's going to be, like I said, about vampires, and I think there's going to be a
You're
scene.
saying that particular version you want to
Yeah,
incorporate?
that really crazy, wild. Never heard anything quite like it.
Yeah, I was very angry when I made that. I wish everybody here could hear it so they know what we're talking about. But yeah, and I thought about releasing things like that too, a little more visceral. That has a violin background. It's pretty heavy, and it does sound like a horror movie soundtrack. Yeah, I've thought about experimenting with things like that too. It's kind of tough to balance the different genres that I like to explore. But hopefully it'll all fall into place in it and I'll figure out where it leads,
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Well, I think we'll go on to the next song.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time listening to that song, everybody.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it so much. It's a good thing we all had our cameras off for that, because that was another one that wouldn't be able to stop dancing. Yeah, we had, oh man, so we played her song, The Weird Rider, at the beginning, and she wasn't able to make it. And then she like joined a little bit later, and she was like with us for like an hour or more. And she didn't get a chance to say anything because I kept every time like I gotta introduce her, and then my brain would just completely spaced on it, and now she's gone, and I'm sorry, the weird rider. I'm sorry I failed you. Would have liked to hear from you, but yeah, it is what it is. But ladies, what did you guys think of this?
That was awesome. That's the kind of like music that I like to do artwork to. Have on in the background while you're painting or doing something. It's very like yeah, it was just like, you know, kind of chugging along, but at the same time it had like all kinds of ins and outs, and it was another one that kind of takes you on a journey. So yeah, I really like that. I could even see that as like the background music to like a really intense video game or something, like some kind of, you know, something where you're moving along and making progress. It was like yeah, it was like heavy but yet airy, and you know, Stars I think is a perfect name for it.
Yeah, I like using music, obviously, to put you in a certain mood. So if I am feeling lethargic, I need to get pumped for something. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I get what Sally was saying about it seeming like it could be like for a really intense video game, like maybe a really fast-paced 2D platformer set in outer space or something.
Yeah,
really
totally.
impressed
It's
by
just
the-
like,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I want to hear from a real musician.
Well, I'm really impressed by the production. I love the electronic beats. I love just the structure of it. It's very well thought out. It's very relatable. It's dark, yet catchy. You know, I've been saying that like all day. It's got a good vibe to it. You know, it's awesome. It's different. I would listen to that every day. And I do like the Weird Rider, I have to admit. She's awesome.
Yeah, really good. Really good.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can head to the next song then.
Winter's chill is gnawing on your soul. The knowledge of without and burdens unknown. The seasons turn blizzard white and no embers burn on this cold night. But the fire inside will guide you right. A beacon of light from within you will find. So follow your feet wherever they may lead. The path is yours, but the hill is steep, and those unsullied microphone and sing you shriek at the path you leave behind. So drum your tune and beat your drum for these old things you call. You pushed on the door and reached for the past, no response. What will come to pass? Struggle and violence brings peace and sustenance to the fire inside is slowly known by all men. So sharpen your steel and master your mind and stand against all foes of you and your kind. And those unsullied microphones send you a shriek at the path you leave behind, man. And the fire inside will guide you right. saxophone and sing the shake at the bar. You leave behind there.
Nice little ditty from Flower Children of the Apocalypse. Really super talented musician from Australia who, fortunately, due to the time differences, isn't able to make it. But
Come on, buddy, wake up. We need to talk to you.
get your shit together, man.
Come on. No, that was great. That's really cool. Wow, it's somebody from the down under. Yeah, and now that you say that, he kind of has that.
He's probably putting shrimps on the barbie for his breakfast right now or something. I don't know.
Sheila. Yeah. Well, that's no, that's really cool. And I kind of get maybe it's a little accent coming through or something, but there is something sort of Australia-ish about it. It's great. I really liked it.
Did anyone have anything else to add, or?
I don't know. Yeah, we were talking about snacks. My husband made a smoothie. It was the perfect smoothie drinking.
Made the smoothie go down even smoother.
Yeah, would recommend. Yeah, listening to this while having a smoothie. Yeah. But yeah, I get like the Australian cowboy kind of vibe from it. Like it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really fascinating. Like
relaxed.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that's it. That's all I had to say.
What? I didn't hear what you said. What did you say, Bleunwenn?
The music has that cool Australian relaxed vibe, yeah, to it. I like the influences.
Australians are so relaxed. It's kind of fun. You know, they have such a chill, funny sense of humor.
Yeah, some of them do.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think we can move on to our next one.
She said she never sleeps too
Great little 80s sort of inspired ditty from Time and Place, who, I don't know, he said he was going to join, and I messaged him, and he hasn't read the message, so doesn't look like he'll be able to join, which is too bad. I think you guys would have really liked him. I've known him for a long time, and I've never known anyone who can talk as much as Time and Place. Which I think is it's ironic that his song is only 2 minutes long, because once you get him going, like he'll go.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
You won't
guessed that based on the song at all. Yeah, it's sort of a lonesome vibe to the song. He likes to flap the gums. That's funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. What did you guys think of it? The rest of the.
Yeah, I like the 80s vibe. I've noticed there's, a handful of songs on the list that's like that. And it's just interesting to me that that's like a running theme here that everyone's kind of falling into. 80s was a good time for music. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was probably the best decade of music. It's hard to.
I have to agree. Yeah, I can't argue with that. It was a great culmination of just all different. You had everything. There's just so
Yeah.
many different styles, and you had like hard rock, you had pop, and it was fun. The music was fun.
And then the second best era was 2010s, early 2010s white girl dance music. Like
Gonna
Lady
have to
Gaga or
disagree,
whatever.
but all right.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I do love the 2010s for music, but 80s definitely takes you just can't. Man, you put on an 80s playlist and it's just literally banger after banger. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think we can go to the next one then.
Jealousy feel, looking up to God. What will come of me for this? And upon a stone, gripping with all strength, time to execute the plan. Bash across the head, now my brother's dead, and I feel a curse deep inside my soul. Just know that you are the body of the second born will see these heads in red, standing in the field, looking up to God. What will come of me for this? And I'm on a stone, gripping with all strength, time to execute the plan. Bash across the head, now my brother's dead, and I feel a curse deep inside my soul.
Another banger from Hard Look. Sally's going.
That was awesome. I at first the vocals kind of reminded me of like Alice in Chains, and then
That's
it
what I
just
was
kept getting like,
thinking.
yeah, totally Lane Staley kind of thing, and then it just kept getting like harder and harder. It was quite cool. Yeah, very intense. I've seen Hard Look around. I didn't know he was a musician, so awesome to finally get to hear some of his work. Really good.
Oh yeah. Last season, another no-show. He said he was gonna be able to join, but messaged him and he hasn't answered back. But it is what it is. Such is the life of an artist. You never can quite
They're
tell.
out there wandering around. These minstrels are out there strolling around with their lutes and their lyres.
Yeah, that was really awesome. Like, I'll probably add that one to my personal playlist because, like Sally said, like I was sitting there admiring the clean vocals, thinking it sounded like Lane Staley, and then he goes into these like really nice, pretty standard screams, and then all of a sudden it's like these low guttural Cannibal Corpse growls up into these high goblin screams, and then pig
It's
squeals. I'm like, that is an
crazy.
incredible. That is an incredible harsh vocal range. You don't see that kind of long set list of like vocal techniques in a lot of amateur musicians. That's incredible.
I have no idea what these references are.
It was totally impressive. No, I'm right there with you, Allison. It was like, wow, this is really I'm amazed. This guy should be like doing special effects, vocal effects.
Yeah, I'm a little like my sensibilities are a little too marshmallow for for this to a certain degree. But I love that like you, Sally, and Al, you guys are just like way into it. Caitlin is like,
We're
do you listen to
metalheads through and through.
You listen to this kind of music?
Not until recently, because I was like a classical music nerd, but my husband's a metalhead, so it's been growing on me. At first, I'm like, oh, this is a little like scary.
I'm still like that.
Yeah. But it's fun.
I picked this one because it had some clean vocals in it. Most of his songs just have the screamo vocals in it. I'm just like, any time that Hard Look puts some clean vocals in it, I usually pick that one just because it's a little easier on my ears or whatever. A little less scary.
Yeah, I was hoping this guy would be here because like my recent dream would be actually to learn how to like do metal screaming. I've watched some tutorials, but like, Return to the Land, we have like talent shows here, and that would be my dream, like just shock everyone.
Right.
He's very talented.
Well, I mean, if there's anybody on here that you'd like to get on your show, for an interview, I can send you their contact or whatever. Maybe all of them. A big part of the reason why I wanted to invite you guys on was to help network you with these artists a little bit more.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that would be great. Anybody that wants to come on and talk about their process, I think it's really fascinating, and I think it would be a great way to introduce the artist to more folks. And I don't think that people realize how many artists are in our sphere, and there's so many musicians. Really, there's like it just seems like everybody I meet now is like you know, they might be known for something in the movement, but it turns out they're also like a super talented musician. So, yeah, it's always like it's like a superpower to me because I just don't have it, and so I just vastly admire it.
Well, you got talent of your own, you know. You're a
Well,
very
you know.
very talented illustrator, artist, drawer, whatever, painter.
I think everybody can appreciate just a great song, and it's just one of those things that brings people together. So definitely something special.
I don't know. Did we want to invite this Eat Bake Sing on the show briefly? Eat Bake Sing. If you want to come on the show briefly, because I've never heard of you before. I can send you the link. So if you want to let me know. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we can go to the next one then. Very cool. I don't know how you'd even describe that other than, I don't know, like psychedelic slash 80s or something. I don't know. It's such a cool vibe. Well, before 1 second, I'm gonna read this super chat that we got from Kermy, actually, for one coffee. He said, very grateful for everyone in and of this collective. Our music is in our DNA. Hail our folk. Well, thank you very much, Kermy. And we do have Atlantean Blood with us, who's been silently, patiently waiting uh, for I don't know how long, like 2 hours or something. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, hello, first of all.
Hello.
I was a bit confused because you played all these songs in the other show already.
Yeah, so I guess, I have played a number of these songs on the Quarter Quell shows that I did, which was something that I kind of wanted to do where, like, at the end of each quarter, play music that was made in that time period, as well as like music from, years before or whatever. I only did 2 of the quarter shows last year. Now, and I did, yes. So I'm playing a bunch of the songs that were played on there, but there are 8 new songs, and it's all. This is like the end of year perspective, or end of year show, and it's all the songs that are actually going on the CD. The other shows were not like CDs making songs; they were just shows for the sake of kind of keeping the music community together throughout the year. Instead of just doing this once, a year, figured I'd try doing it a couple times a year at least. And I think I'm gonna still try to do that. But there was only so much music made uh, throughout the year, so a lot of it is repeats. But there are some new songs and new artists. Ladies, do you guys have any thoughts or questions?
Atlantean. Oh, go ahead. Somebody else has something.
No, go on.
I just wanted to know if you, Atlantean Blood, is it just, are you a one-man show, or do you have other, bandmates that you are collaborating with all the time, or how do you make your music?
So it's basically me, but I always have permanently changing band members.
Okay, so you're the talent, so to speak, but you do have other people involved.
Yes.
Okay, so you were telling me a little bit that you might be leaving the Atlantean Blood project behind and starting something new this year.
I don't want to leave it behind completely, but I also created a new project. It's called Yagatsusa, and it's more like dark ambient stuff.
Okay.
With self-made instruments and more experimental stuff.
Yeah, I think hopefully you don't retire Atlantean Blood completely. Yeah, I do really love your sound, and hopefully we get some more songs like that. And I think you just had a collaboration you did recently, right? I think that just came out like a couple weeks ago.
What do you mean?
Collaboration. You did a song, I think, with Sun Vessel, was it?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Do you have any more songs for Atlantean Blood in the works?
Not at the moment, because I'm working on the album of the new project. A feature song with Bleunwenn will come out soon.
Ah, no, that's cool. I'm looking forward with that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious, like, are you into, like, Atlantis? Like the literal Atlantis, or is it more like a metaphor?
It's a bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like we were talking about like the energy of different songs, and this one would be good to like come down a little bit, but just still be like, I don't know what the word would be for whatever this is. Like
Vibing.
Yeah, just vibing. I feel like your personality matches it too. Like, yeah. Yeah, like, right, content. Yeah.
It is a whole vibe. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we can play the next song then.
Well, it turns out this old heart can still catch fire. Baby, you went down like a mouthful of gasoline. I was looking around for my romance shoes. You were putting on your leather and leave-on boots, all dressed up to make a fool of me. I'm too old for love this young. I'm too slow for the way you run. You're quicksilver with a loaded gun. Kiss, kiss, bang, on to the next one. I'm having some kind of heart attack, and you're having some kind of fun. Oh, I'm too old for love this young. You know, a cowboy used to ride off in the sunset. If he wasn't gonna give a woman what she wanted. In times like these, I miss those days when young hearts broke old-fashioned ways. Sure seems things change for the worse, don't it? I'm too old for love this young. I'm too slow for the way you run. You're quicksilver with a loaded gun. Kiss, kiss, bang, on to the next one. I'm having some kind of heart attack, and you're having some kind of fun. Oh, I'm too old for love this young. Oh, love this young. Well, I guess I caught your eye, but not your heart and not your mind. I hate to break it to you, but don't let these good looks fool you. I'm too old for love this young. I'm too slow for the way you run. You're quicksilver with a loaded gun. Kiss, kiss, bang, kiss, kiss, bang. I'm having some kind of heart attack, and you're having some kind of fun. Oh, I'm too old for love this young. Yeah, love this young. Oh, yeah. Love this young.
Love it. I was really happy I was able to discover this lady recently because I feel like the CD is now complete. You know, it has every kind of genre. You know, from your neo folk, your rock, your hip hop a little bit, even synth 80s, and then country. So it's just it's perfectly balanced, and I really love this song. It's so catchy, and she's so incredibly talented. So make sure you're going to the links, either in the chat or in the description, and giving her a follow, and helping these people get a little more exposure, a little more support.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Alexis Wilkins could never. I think that this is one of those songs that's like so catchy and like well written and well done that if there was any way to like break it onto like an actual country music radio station, if it wasn't all like so, tightly controlled, it would absolutely be an instant hit, I think.
Oh yeah, it sounds right off the radio, like straight off the radio. It's crazy. Like, how is something like this so so good, and then like so few people know about it? It's crazy.
Yeah, I like what you said about how it kind of rounds out all the different genres of music, and it just showcases how just the wide range of talent that our people have. It's just like it makes you feel kind of it's very impressive, and it makes you feel kind of good to be a part of the community that has all these different talents. And yeah, that is just like a pure catchy poppy country song that I think anybody would like that song. That'd be like something my kids would be singing all day long.
Yeah, I don't
Great.
really like country that much, but I really enjoy that one.
Yeah, and she's got great her vocals are like almost conversational at that one part, where she's kind of almost singing, and she just has like great expression to her voice. So really, really cool. Yeah, it's great that you were able to fit her into the CD, because it sounds like she kind of just came out of the woodwork pretty recently. So I guess you were just waiting for that final little puzzle piece to fit in.
Right. Caitlin, did you say something already?
I didn't for this one. Yeah, but it is just like, it's the most like, I guess, mainstream you could say, but it's just like pure talent. I don't want to just like repeat the same thing, but I agree with what everybody said. Yep. And like kind of like a universal, okay, like I don't know, I feel like anybody could connect with that sort of situation, even if you haven't been through it specifically.
Alrighty.
I feel like I'm too old for everything now.
What? You see, you're too old for everything, you said?
I'm too old. Yeah, because she says she's too old, too old for all that craziness. That's how I feel. I think I was born old or something.
No. You have a young spirit. You're muted.
Oh, I was just saying, I try to keep it fun, but sometimes I can relate. I'm just like, sometimes I just want to be at home. I don't like I was just thinking, like, I don't even, this is probably the longest that I've sat still and like it's focused on one entertaining thing for this long in a long time. Like, usually I'm just all over the place, or so this is nice. This is like a little date night with my friends.
Well, I'm so glad you could be here.
It's fun. Yeah.
All right, Bleunwenn is trying to leave. So is Atlantean blood. You guys are trying to sneak out the door without saying something.
Are you saying we are forced into the podcast forever?
Yes.
Yeah, it's getting a bit late here, so I'm gonna go, unfortunately. But
You
it's
got it.
always such a great time to be with you guys and discover new music as well. Just it's very how do you say, cozy, and like it's just really nice. I always enjoy doing this, so I look forward to the next one, and hopefully with new music to share as well. And yeah, thanks for everything. And yeah.
Well, thank you, Bleunwenn, and you got to say the line.
Well, now I'm out.
There you go. So I'm out.
Bleunwenn out.
I'm also out. It was an honor.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining and staying up so late, because I know it's the European times is going to be way later, but thanks for sticking around as long as you did, and we will see you on the next show. Yeah. All right. I think we can go to the next one. I think we have 3 songs left, so getting close to the end.
Through any storm, your gaze cuts through. Guided back home by the light that is you. Every sparkle a beacon through the darker night. With a gorgeous body where I long to reside. And through the fog your clarity remains. I have my compass, I will find my way. Your eyes are my lighthouse, pulling me in to my closest friend, my beginning and end. You know I love my lighthouse, shining so bright on the safest coastline. Such a wonderful sight. Woman, your eyes are my lighthouse. Waves of the world try to pull me down. Your eyes lift me up, turn my sorrow around. In the sea of the unknown, they are always there. A steady light in the distance, showing you care. With a glance you calm all the raging tides. By my lighthouse where I safely confide. Your eyes are my lighthouse, pulling me in to my closest friend, my beginning and end. You know I love my lighthouse, shining so bright on the safest coastline. Such a wonderful sight. Woman, your eyes are my light. So much history is here, where we began and it's so clear. Why never have fear? I found my harbor here and now. Your light's a promise and here's my fire. To my lighthouse, I've seen you through, I'll make it right now. I can also do to be your lighthouse. Build you up with all my strength and reach out to you with the longest links. Your eyes are my lighthouse, pulling me in to my closest friend, my beginning and end. You know I love my lighthouse, shining so bright on the safest coastline. Such a wonderful sight. Woman, your eyes are my lighthouse, pulling me in to my closest friend, my beginning and end. You know I love my lighthouse, shining so bright on the safest coastline. Such a wonderful sight. Woman, your eyes are my lighthouse.
All right, a little bit of hippity hop for you. to round out everything. I myself do enjoy a little bit of Aryan hippity hop when I can find it. And we
What do they
do
call it?
have
It's called the Blue-Eyed Soul or something, right?
blue-eyed soul.
Yeah,
Not
right.
sure
I
what
don't
you
think
mean by
that's a thing. I think that's a thing.
I don't much care for like soul or blues music. But yeah, but we do have RC the Realist with us this time. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Good.
very
Thanks for
well.
coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you released a lot of songs in 2025, huh?
I did, yeah. Some of them were older than others, some of them, just due to certain people that I was talking to at the time and stuff and, going through the business, some of them ended up being 2 years old by the time they actually saw the light of day. But I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
stop making music, you have to express yourself. So during that time, I kind of found myself with a lot of songs and just at one point I was able to do a new song every week because of that, and I have slowed down now. I'm probably doing more like once a month now, but I'm glad to be able to slow down like that. So yeah, this one, I can't remember the exact time it was recorded, but it probably was recorded in 24 but released in 25. I believe that's how it happened. I think it was recorded summer of 24, released summer 25. That's probably how it happened. So yeah.
How many songs do you think you released in 2025?
I am not sure. I mean, I had to actually release, I guess I had 2 albums worth. So yeah, just 2 projects that I had been sitting on for that long. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely one of the most prolific guys in our circles, although I guess you're hitting a slower time, but it's, ebbs and flows. Artists always have the ebbs and flows, and sometimes it's good to kind of recharge the creative energies.
Right. Well, we all go through life, so, and
Mhm.
now, I guess art, I'm sure you guys feel it's not always the center, in school or anything. It's just an elective now. At one point, it seemed among our focus, it was a focus. So, I try to make it as much of a focus in my life as I can. But, as artists, I'm sure we all feel that, where it's just like we want to censor it, but life happens. So, yeah.
Do you ladies have any thoughts or questions?
Well, I guess Wolfshield was saying earlier that like your family is a big part of your your creative process or inspiration for your songs, and I could definitely see that with this one as well. Um, do has that always like what were you always making music about people in your life, or was it like when you found your place and your family that helped your creative process to blossom, or how do those things relate?
Wonderful question. Thank you for asking it. Yeah, it's interesting how, Lord chose, the first song, which was about my son, and then this one was inspired by my wife. So I definitely get inspired by the people that I am around, and yeah, just, love, life, all the normal things. I started taking writing pretty serious, I would say. Um, just writing poems, I would say, or kind of just songs, but I had no way to record them, I would say, uh 2010, and then I started actually recording and being able to design melodies at 2012. So I had not met my wife yet. I met my wife in 2014, and we got married 2017. So it was always a way to connect with people. Yes, the songs back then, definitely some of them would be about looking for love or um, heartbreak songs. I still do heartbreak songs today, though, just to try to connect with people. Just I kind of look to other people's situations as well, and just kind of looking to whether that's, it could be the heartbreak, it could be love, it could be our folk, just kind of looking to what do people need, and trying to connect with people, because that's how I started out. 2012, I was in high school, and I would pass out demo tapes. But the way I went about it was if I heard a situation somebody was going through at school, I would go write about their situation if they opened up to me, and I would come back with a demo tape, and I would give it to the person who was going through something to hope to bring them some healing. And if they were an artist themselves, or if they were able to sing, I would invite them to the studio so they could record their own version. So it really just started off with trying to connect with people. And I wasn't aware culturally of a lot of things going on, but just, in general, talking about love and life and trying to connect with people. So then when I started being more culturally aware and seeing what our folk are going through, that naturally came out in my music as well. And I wanted to, use this outlet to try to do that as well and give a voice to our people.
Wow, that's very cool. I can relate to that as a visual artist in some ways about, if I paint something, I usually like to give it away. I get very tired of looking at my own paintings. I have a few hanging in the house, but mostly not because I just get tired of looking at them. But yeah, I find much more inspiration in giving my things to other people and using it as a way to connect. So, but that's a really cool process, and that you were able to use your music to speak directly to what somebody was going through. I'm sure that touched them more than anything. I'm sure you changed a lot of people's lives that way. Really, that's really cool.
I'm sure you have too. I appreciate the work you do. I feel like this is my first time meeting you and speaking with you, but I'd love to check out your work as well.
Did you see my movie, RC?
I don't think I have yet.
Oh, sad day.
I definitely should now. Is it on? Where do I see it at? Of course, I'll check it out.
It's on my YouTube. It's called Once Upon a Time in Minnesota, but all the original artwork in that film is by Sally.
Oh, awesome! I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, I saw the trailer and I was looking forward to it. I just didn't know it had released, so I will check it out.
And the album for this CD, artwork by Sally as well. But it's funny.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, artists and their hatred for their own work. I call that the Michelangelo syndrome, because it's so funny because there's all these quotes of Michelangelo about and like how much he hates the Sistine Chapel. And
That's so funny. No, totally relatable.
And he thinks it's the worst thing he's ever done, and he thinks he's no artist.
Oh man,
that's you get so sick of looking at it over and over again, and you see all the things you wish you could change. And there's some things that I don't feel that way about, but there's other things it's just like, oh, get it away from me.
It's always interesting, what sticks to the people, right? Where it might not be what you expect sometimes.
Absolutely. It takes on a life of its own, and your music really speaks to that. That's so cool.
I appreciate you, Sally.
RC,
It's great to meet you, RC. I'm glad you could be here.
You too.
RC, I wanted to say that I think it's really special that you have the capacity to be empathetic and connect to other people like that through your music, because I feel like most artists don't think like that. I think not just like visual, but any type of artist. I think for a lot of creatives, it tends to be more of like a personal experience. So the fact that you're connecting to others and your people is really, it's unique. And I think it's great that you're doing that.
In such a personal way, like for individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Oh wow, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. It's not something I've really thought about too much, but yeah, that means a lot. So I really appreciate you saying that, Burkana. I believe I said your name right.
Yes, that's my name. Thank you.
Awesome. I appreciate you.
Likewise.
So how many birthday songs did you do for your son? Was this
You were right. You said 4 earlier. He
Okay.
is 4. So yeah, this past October I did the For You song.
Okay.
I always work the title in there somehow, so this one was For You. So you got it right.
All right. What do you have in mind for 5?
I do have an idea. I guess I could do that. Just with his personality and him getting older and stuff, the idea I have currently is I probably would do a song called High Five. Just talk about how I'm proud of him and just, watching him grow. So we'll see if it changes before October, but that's the current idea I have in my head.
That's so cool.
That's so cute. That another thing that he will always, he'll cherish those things forever for his whole life. So really cool.
I hope so. That's the beautiful thing about music is we see all the chapters of our lives, You just look back over it. I'm sure it's the same with your art where it's just like, I remember where I was at when I painted that, and just you see your story, and it's just beautiful. Our people need our story, so on an individual level we do it, but then that goes to our folk as well. So absolutely the arts are what's going to save us, because the arts represent our heart really at the end of the day, as well as our story.
Yeah, and it's more lasting,
Yeah, the
and
history.
timeless.
Yeah, exactly. Very cool. Never thought about it like that.
It's like I guess with music, it's the audio version of a photo album in a way, That's how I kind of have thought about it. Or I had somebody point that out to me because I had voiced that before, and they just said, it's like you're building a photo album, but it's of audio.
That makes
And I thought that was a beautiful way to put it. Yeah.
That is really beautiful. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we can go to the next song. You can stick around, RC, if you want.
Oh, that's okay. I'll get going, but I appreciate you guys having me. I'll just be in the chat listening to the other songs. So yeah, somebody else can have the stage. But it was great talking to all of you. And thank you for putting this together, Lord, and all the wonderful work you do for our people.
Well, thank you. All right. And we have 2 more songs, the next of which is by Burkana here.
You told me back then I had a flame. It was so small, just like my dying frame. You took my hand
Just absolute beautiful vocals there.
Thank you.
That was really, really beautiful, Berkana. Really. That was like I'm choking up here. So it was really, really good. Yeah, that was lovely.
Thank you. Yeah. That song is a little different than what I usually write, like love songs.
What's the meaning behind it then?
I guess I can go into my personal life a little bit. It's about somebody that I grew up with that I've had like on and off contact with for many years. And I just wrote about how much I love him, you know? Like I've known him since I was 5. So it's just a love song about like going back to my hometown and
Did you
being
send
with
it to him?
again. What's that? Did I
Did you send it to him?
Oh yeah, he's heard it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did that rekindle anything?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. There's another song on my album, Reflections in the Wood. It's called By the Ledge, and that was the first one that I wrote. There's 2 love songs on there, and it's so strange because there's such like a juxtaposition with the first half of the album and the second half. But so such is life, you know. There's always strange twists and turns. So yeah.
Yeah, you can I mean you can just tell the depth of the feeling that's behind that song. It comes through. Yeah, it's really beautiful.
I couldn't help myself because that's how I really feel. And yeah, it's a good feeling. So I'm happy I wrote it. I'm happy I put it on the album, and I'm happy it was played here today. And it means so much to me that you know, there's that reaction. And I also wanted to say that that album Reflections in the Wood is on Spotify. You can find it on Bandcamp at Hidden Crypt Records. That album is also it's digital, and there's cassettes. I know not everybody is into that, but if you're one of those collectors and you like to listen to cassettes, there's
I did
cassettes.
order one.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. And
still hasn't come though.
Oh yeah, I know. It's going to take a while. It's all the way from France. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. I feel like we're like heading on to hour 4, and my mind is just like going down so fast.
It
was good. Yeah.
I know.
That's kind of the thing. It's like I love all these songs, but then I'm like, I don't like I just say I love them, and it's like I want to say more. But then once you're staring down the barrel of hour 4, then you're like, okay, it's just get a little long.
It's a music marathon. It's a marathon.
It's a marathon. It's a once in a year marathon. Yes. Well, we got one last song here, and yeah, we'll just play that now.
Last night I thought, oh what a beautiful sun goddess. Today I take another plunge in the shadow. An opportunity to present it itself. For now, I'm just riding the wave. I'm in a cyclopean eerie always be set free. Back to the sun and love, bask in the dim light, showing you the way to be a sterling part of the tribe. Back to the sun and love, bask in the dim light, granting you a heroine's journey, too delicious to describe. I have loved friends, sharing the torments of my dream life. My whole chakra is in a swamp. This too shall pass, you know the plan. Do the Virgo thing, zoom in and out, log it in your journal. Don't flee yourself, process it all. A good cry hasn't killed anyone. Just the body ringing things out. No need to fear shining too bright to ever find a love oh so white. You might inflame a few passions, then get the full curiosity of the one that will not pass you by. The one that'll always be set free. Back to the sun now, bask in the dim light, showing you the way to be a sterling part of the tribe. Back to the sun now, bask in the dim light, granting you a heroine's journey, too delicious to describe. This time I was able to find peace on my own. The eerie tornado was almost welcome. Lifted by a higher force, I found peace on my own. And reaffirmed the meaning of it.
I love all those vocalizations all coming together. It's very beautiful. I'm gonna read this super chat from Cool Friends, or Cool Friend, I should say. Oh man, where did it go? So Cool Friend says, "Endless thanks for bringing us together and making this possible. Never stop, friend." And that was for 5 coffees. 5 coffees. Yep. Thank you very much, Cool Friend, and for everyone for joining us tonight, and for all the people who bought a CD. You know, I hope you enjoy that, and hope you go and, like I said, go down into the description and make sure you're following everybody. Find everybody's links and
I'm gonna
hit
go
those
buy
links.
one right now.
Cool. And thank you so much, ladies, for joining me today. You really made the show very special. I'm really happy it was able to work out.
Yeah, I
Do
agree.
you
I'm
guys?
really happy we were able to do this. I went and subscribed to everybody and liked all the videos and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, keep it coming, LordWOLFSHIELD, and all the artists on here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having us and introducing us to all these cool new artists that we might get to invite on our podcast.
Yes, exactly. I'm hoping you're able to invite all of them.
Thanks
Yeah,
for having me
absolutely.
on here.
Yeah. Do you guys have any I don't know, anything you want to plug or anything you got going on in the future going into 2026?
We're taking a bit of a break for a couple months. Obviously for me, like I'm going to be giving birth. One of the other ladies that helps us is like, I think just getting out of her first trimester. So she's going to be moving soon too. So it's, the guys though have started their podcast. That one airs on Airvol's channel, AARVOLL. On
Yeah,
Thursdays.
Yeah, that's every Thursday.
I've watched those. Those are pretty good, but doesn't quite reach cozy levels of the ladies of RTTL.
We're a tough act to follow. I mean, honestly, they were even like procrastinating starting theirs, I think, because ours is just so awesome. They couldn't bring themselves to no. But yeah, we're gonna work on gathering up, I think, some more people to talk to. So when everybody is babies are sufficiently, self-sufficient, and then and everybody's a little bit more settled, then we can get back into it in a big way. And yeah, and then in the meantime, we can focus on our awesome collective on White Oak. And I think that there's a we have our coloring book that's gonna be coming out, and
and there's the
couple
love
more
song
projects.
contest that I had set up for the end of the month, but I had too much going on trying to get this one, so I think I'm gonna push it to the end of March.
So everybody that wanted to get something in, and yeah, well, like springtime is a time for love too. Love is blossoming. So yeah, everybody that wants to get your songs in, don't be shy.
Now, Allison, were you mentioning earlier that you're pregnant?
Yes, yeah, I actually am. I'm not very far in. I think I'm in the week 8 right now, but yes, I am also. We are all pregnant here.
Congratulations.
Congratulate. What do you mean we're all pregnant? Sally's pregnant?
Well, Sally's not.
I am not. I am not. But now I feel like I'm under pressure, man. I don't know. I'm always like, I'm on the fence. I'm always open to it, but we'll see.
Yeah, we're all doing it, Sally. Yeah. Come on.
Peer
I gotta catch
pressure.
up to you. Now you're gonna have 5. I guess I gotta get on the 5 baby bandwagon. Yeah.
I have 3. I don't know if I can do 4, but we'll see what happens in the future.
Do it. We all the white babies we can get.
Yeah, I'm only at 1 right now. Yeah, I always wanted 5. I think we're it's getting a little late in the game for us, unfortunately, to hit 5. Maybe our next one will be quadruplets or whatever.
There you go. Never say never.
Yeah, I'm sure your wife is hoping for that.
No, yeah, that would be absolutely crazy. But I wouldn't complain. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you on the next one, and I'll see you guys around.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Keep up the great work, everybody.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.